Hi guys, it's Ink Dancer here with another movie review Monday. This week I am watching Madoka Magica: The Beginning. I've not really even heard much about it. I don't know much about it other than it looks like it's a magical girl anime turned movie. I don't know if it's actually the anime turned into the movie or if it's a movie itself based around the anime. I don't know. Um, I believe that there's some sort of cat in it, which looks really cute. Kind of looks like a Pokemon. I know nothing about this other than it looks adorable. We'll see if that changes. Because anime sometimes has a way of doing that, where it looks really cute and it turns out to be really dark. Looking at you, Full Metal Alchemist. But we'll see. I'm gonna go watch it, and I'll be right back, okay? Hang in there. Love you guys. Hi guys. I'm back. Just finished watching Madoka, The Beginning, and wow. It was a little bit longer than what I was initially thinking it was going to be. I didn't look at how long it was. But without giving too much away, it was really good. It was not what I was expecting. It starts off and it's really cutesy and almost too simple. And it just kind of starts off with Madoka, and through a series of weird events, she stumbles upon Kyubey, this magical Pokemon-looking cat, and Kyubey, pretty much informs her, hey, you could be a magical girl. All you have to do is make a wish, and it will sign a contract, and I can turn you into a magical girl. Just wish for whatever you want. And she kind of thinks about it, and her friend, Sayaka, I'm remembering names in this one, she kind of has this really awesome line. I wish I had written it down better, but she pretty much says something to the equivalent of, we can't really have a proper wish because there isn't anything that we want so badly that we'd be willing to give up our life for it. Because in order to become a magical girl, you've got to be willing to put your life on the line to go out and fight witches. And that's one of the things that kind of put me off a little bit, is they don't really explain much other than, yeah, all you have to do, you can become a magical girl and do these beautiful transformations, and beautiful sounds and music and cute new little wardrobe, and you get magic, and all you have to do is just make a wish. And go fight some witches every so often and be willing to die for it, but that's all. And it's like, okay. Can you go back and explain the whole fighting witches part? Because I feel like there needs to be some more clarification here. But in all fairness, they are in middle school, and to their amazing, not really advantage, but just, I really have to give them credit for it, because I was truly expecting it to be an instant, like, oh, I can become a magical girl? Done. Sign me up. And they don't. Madoka is the main character, but it also heavily focuses on her best friend, Sayaka, who she does eventually become a magical girl, but it takes a very long time for it to actually happen. And Madoka kind of slowly starts feeling like she wants to, but every time she's getting stopped by somebody or something. Mainly, the transfer student whose name I don't think I wrote down. I really like her. She's kind of creepy, though, and I don't quite get her angle. But, like, it kind of starts off slow and simple. And it's really cutesy and everything, and I remember just feeling like I was missing something. It's like, okay, this is cute, and I did a little bit of looking into it, and apparently this is the anime put into movie form. I could be wrong on that, but that's what it seemed like I was finding, was it's the anime kind of condensed into a movie, and apparently there are 3 different movies, which makes sense because this left off on, like, a huge cliffhanger. And trust me, I'll be reviewing the other 2 as well. I can't wait to go watch more. Like, I seriously want to not bother recording anything else tonight and just go watch the next one. It's really good. But, like, it just felt like it was a nice slow pacing, but I really kept feeling, I'm like, there's something that I am missing, or else they're getting ready to drop, like, something huge on me. And it was definitely the latter, and I don't want to give much away, but there is another girl, May. I had to look up how it was spelled, because I seriously thought they kept calling her Mommy through the whole thing, and I'm like, that's creepy. She's a year older than you. That's not actually her name. It's Mame. They're just saying it fast and cutesy enough. It sounds like Mommy. But she's already a magical girl, and she's like, oh, come on, I'll take you under my wing, and, you know, you can come with me, and I'll show you what it's like to be a magical girl. And they go into one of these labyrinths, which I will touch up on later, because holy crap, the labyrinths. And she takes him into one of them, and she just is doing all these moves, and it's like, nothing, I'm good like that. And she takes him into another one, and just instantly, it's like, snuff, she's dead, just instantly. And Kyubei's there through the whole thing, and he's just like, he starts getting really weird. Like, the whole fight is starting to go a little awkward, and he just kind of keeps looking at the 2 girls, and he's like, you know, you could just make a wish, and she could really use your help. And it's like, okay, that's a little bizarre. And, like, right before the whole fight where Mame ends up dying, he's following Madoka around, who's even kind of confessed. She's like, being a magical girl looks so cool, and, you know, she's helping people, and I want to be like that. And he's just kind of playing to that, like, well, all you have to do is just make a wish. Just make a wish, and you can have whatever you want. And you get to become a magical girl too, that's all. And it's like, what is your angle, dude? Like, he just starts feeling really kind of weird. And then in the actual fight where Mame dies, I believe that was the spot where he even kind of, like, just looks at her and is like, do it, make a wish now, do it now. And it's like, dude, calm the fuck down. And then after the whole thing, she even, like, both her and her friend Silica are kind of like, yeah, I don't think this is actually for us, I'm not willing to die. And he's just kind of like, oh, well, you know, you've got more power than anybody I've ever seen, and it would be a total waste, but if that's what you really want. And it's like, you manipulative little fuck. Watching you. I'm watching you. And like I said, over the course of time, Silica ends up making that wish and turning into a magical girl. And at first it's like everything she's ever wanted and then some. And she's like, oh my god, the only regret I ever have is that I didn't do this sooner. It's amazing. And it slowly starts to unravel on her. And pretty much as soon as she becomes a magical girl, it's already started slowly getting dark, and it just spirals down really fast. Like, it begins to go dark, and by the end of the movie, it just... There were some spots that I kind of saw coming, and there were others where it just blew me away and was like, okay. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. This is on Netflix under the anime section. Go check it out if you have Netflix. It is amazing. Going back to what I had said earlier about the labyrinth. Oh my god. To begin with, the music in this is just amazing. It reminds me a little bit of maybe Persona. Like, it's kind of got like the fun beats to it, and then it's got like this obviously magical melody thing in it, and it is just really interesting music, and I like it. And then the art style just blew me away. Like, the main art style that they use in it is, it's very cutesy and simple, and it's very soft features. And then you start getting darker, and everything kind of starts getting sharper, and then it goes into like black and white, and it's like everything slowly starts getting darker as far as like the art style. The edges start getting sharper, and it's just slowly twisting. And then whenever they encounter a witch and go into this labyrinth thing, dear God, I wasn't aware I was doing acid when I was watching this. It is just the biggest trip ever. Like, you start off with like the normal anime style, maybe a little soft, and you go into the labyrinth and it is just colors everywhere. Like, not even like, we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto, but like, just, what the flying fuck? Like, there's like these like cotton balls with mustaches on them, and like dancing butterflies and fish, and like the colors are just over the top, and it's almost like stuff has been photoshopped in, and it's real, and it's like photography and like actual like live stuff. And then other times it's like scribbles where it looks like somebody let their toddler draw all over the frames. And it just keeps changing depending on, are they in this labyrinth? Are they in that labyrinth? What are they facing now? It is just phenomenal. All these different art styles just layered in. And it works. Like, I've seen ones where it was just kind of like, what the hell was that supposed to be? But this one works. Like, at first when it does it, it's just kind of a, what? What was that? And, like, you don't really get used to it. It still kind of, like, grabs your attention so hard. But it's good, and somehow it works, and it all fits together. And like I said, the whole thing leaves off on a huge cliffhanger. And it is just, it's phenomenal. Like, wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. Like, I had a feeling that I'd like it, but I wasn't expecting it to be something where I am dying to go back and watch the next movie. Like, would I say as an anime that this is in my top 10? Currently, at least? Maybe. This is really good. I'm kind of sad that I didn't catch it while it was on Netflix as the actual just anime. And I think it's hilarious because I've actually got a little fleece blanket that has Kyubey on it that I got it for free in like a grab bag from OMG Con, which I will again leave the link to that anime and gaming convention down in the description, because if you don't know about it, you need to. But I got that there, and like people who had already seen the show would come over and be like, "You're displaying that? You're displaying a blanket with that on it?" And now it makes sense why people don't like that have seen it. And again, I don't want to spoil too much, but just if you watch it, really kind of keep an eye on Kyubey. He is definitely up to something. I'm still not entirely sure what, because like I said, there are 2 more movies, and those will probably easily be the next reviews that I do. But all in all, huge thumbs up. This was amazing. I can't wait to go watch more of it. And fun fact, the woman who does the voice of Kyubey also does the voice of Lifa from Sword Art Online. The younger sister's avatar in the weird second part of Sword Art Online where they're all fairies. I know that has nothing to do with what I'm currently talking about, but I just thought it was kind of cool, because it was one of those, I know that voice and I need to look that up. But again, awesome movie. It is on Netflix. Go check it out for yourselves. And until next time, I love you guys. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.